Oh, you guys can't hear me. Yay. I did it again. Good job, Zach. Talking for 60 seconds without actually saying anything to you guys. Can you guys hear me now? Can everyone hear me? Woo! Oh, this is a rough start, guys. Can y'all hear me now? Let me know. Oh man, I'm just here talking and yapping. Okay, as I was saying before, happy Tuesday, May 28th. This is Zach Attack News Live. I have a couple great stories to talk to you guys. Some fun, some funny, and all over the place. And as rough as my day has been going, let me know how all you guys 3-day weekend was. What did you do on Memorial Day? What did you eat? Did you go to barbecues? What fun did you have on Memorial Day? For me, I had 5 days off because my birthday was on Sunday. I decided to take Thursday and Friday off so I could just rest. Friday, I went to go see Furiosa. My review is on the channel. Saturday, I had a baby shower to go to because my best friend's having a baby. And Sunday was my birthday. So I had a really, really great time these past couple days. And I'm really, really excited to do Zach Attack News Live again and talk to you guys now. Let me know how you feeling inside the poll that I have in the live chat right now. Let's get to what you guys are saying because a couple of you guys are already here. My boy Dave Show is here. Hey, buddy, what's up, man? How are you doing? Are you eating anything? Because you're usually eating something or doing some chores while you're watching me. Let me know. Collective Movie Man, beloved channel member. Zach, how are you doing today? I hope you had a good Memorial Day. It's thundering here right now in Michigan. Hopefully I don't lose any power. I also wanted to tell you, I'm guessing that continues on. I'm sorry that it's thundering over there, ruining your day. Here it's blazing hot. It's like 80 degrees and it's 7:47 at night over here. So no rain yet. Probably going to be getting some rain later today. But I had a good Memorial Day. I had an awesome time in your live stream. Yes, you were part of the birthday stream too. That was awesome. 80s kid from the 90s. What's up, man? Welcome to the live stream. One of the funniest people on YouTube. Check him out. It's party time, baby. He said, hey, Zach, can't remember if you talked about this on your streams, but has Eternals 2, has that been canceled? I'll be really disappointed if I enjoyed the first one. I also enjoyed the first Eternals. There was a rumor that they would not be moving forward with movies like Eternals and the Marvels 2 or Captain Marvel 3 and movies that have kind of been shaky. So I hope that's not true because the rumors also said that Ironheart was canceled and Agatha, the show was going to be canceled. And as you know, those are still going to happen. Even the Vision show is still going to happen. It's just they're spacing them out. So I think Eternal 2 will still happen. I think that all these other movies are going to get sequels. They're just planning it out better. They're not rushing it like they were rushing it before. Let's see. I'm planning to find Star Wars movies on VHS this week or next week. Ooh, that'd be nice. It might be pretty expensive. I'm excited for Damon Lindelof from Lost writing Lantern. We're gonna be talking about that very, very soon. And everybody's telling me I'm muted. Oh, Kiara, thank you for being in the live stream. Appreciate you telling me this. Said can't hear you, because I'm a silly goose. This guy thinks voice is too good for us. Oh my god. Birthday Zach, can't hear you. This is funny. And then everybody's letting me know they can hear me. Hey, Kima, what's up? How are you doing? She has a YouTube channel as well. You can check her out. And I just voted for you on a poll that you sent me. Same old, Zach. Take a deep breath. Okay. Happy belated birthday. Thank you so much. You're having grilled pork chops, bratwurst, hot dogs, baked beans, grilled zucchini. Wow. You got a feast going on over there. Had 3 boiled hot dog chips. 3 boiled hot dogs, chips, white cheddar, cheese, and sugar cookies. Nice. I watched Alien 3 and they called me Mr. Tibbs yesterday. Both were horrible, but it was good to just relax and watch some movies. Yeah, and movies you don't have to review. You can just watch them. I watched a movie called The Last Stop in Yuma, and that was really good. I didn't review it, and it was really good to watch that. Finally going to watch Turtles All the Way Down tonight, barring the apocalypse. Thank God. I love that movie. It was so good. There's been rumors that all the MCU projects were canceled only for that not to be true. Eternals 2 has definitely happened. I agree. I just got season 5 of Lost, now on all 6 seasons. Nice. George Lucas stated facts this past week. Yeah, talking about Star Wars and how they've kind of lost their way by losing his original ideas. I definitely agree with that. They really could have had a better thing going if they would kind of stick to what he was, going with. So let's start with the first set of news. Let's get into it. The first segment, I haven't gotten to do this in a while. So the first set of news is Breaking Gossip, and this is going to be talking about the Blade movie. We've been hearing so many things about Blade over the past couple of years since it was announced in mid 2019, which at this point now is 5 years ago. Mahershala Ali was put onto it. He's the one that requested the movie to be made. And this is a report from big time scooper Daniel RPK. He has a lot of scoops and a lot of them come true. He gets a lot of these things. And I've always put in breaking gossip, rumors and things like that. This is not official fact because it is a scoop. We don't know. It can change. I don't want to say this is a fact and then it changes. So this is something that it might be true. So Daniel RPK is reporting that a new writer is currently being sought for Marvel Studios Blade to give the script yet another major overhaul. The film has gone through multiple directors and writers in the nearly 5 years since it's been announced in mid 2019. Nick Pizzolatto, Michael Green, Bo DeMeo, who you may know from kind of creating X-Men 97 and writing a lot of the major episodes, Stacey Osei-Kuffour, Michael Starberry. Stacey Osei-Kuffour, I was really interested to see her write this as well. Michael Starberry have all previously worked on the scripts and then left because it keeps getting delayed and they have other projects they have to work on. The Yann Diamant director, he's the one that's currently slated to direct this film and hopefully stays on, is still set for release in November 2025. And if it does begin shooting this fall like it's slated to do, it might make that time. Then again, Marvel 2025 is stacked. The slate is stacked. It's already overcrowded. And if any of their films is getting pushed to 2026, it's likely Blade. So they're still casting. They're still finding a writer to fix a script and everything. So I could definitely see that. The article from I think it was Daniel RPK also talked about how the story is they have the story that they want. They just need to figure out the kinks in the story. That's what they're doing now, which I'm fine with. A lot of people think that there's like, oh my God, so many writers, so many directors. It's a disaster. I just want to remember one of the best Star Wars movies that we have is Rogue One. And that movie went through multiple rewrites. 2 different directors directed that movie, Gareth Edwards and the guys who did Game of Thrones, both directed those movies, and the movie's phenomenal. So there is a chance for this movie still to be great just because it's been going through so much. I think the fact that Marvel is taking the time to make sure they have the right creative team behind this instead of just pushing it out because Mahershala Ali is kind of pushing it in age, it makes me feel more comfortable than if they just went with whatever, right? And they're also looking for a male villain lead to be a part of this project as well. For me, I wanted to list some writers that I think could be really, really great for this and to like really take control of the writing. So potential writer suggestions for me. Bo DeMeo. I would like for him to come back into the Marvel fold. I think he did a fantastic job with X-Men 97. I had problems with the way it was written in terms of dialogue in the beginning, and then how like each episode felt so jam-packed. Some things didn't get spread out, but I don't think he would have a problem with that when he's doing a movie. I think with X-Men 97, they probably was scared that it might not do well. I didn't realize how many people wanted this show. I think he could do a great job with a lot of the themes that Blade talks about and a lot of creative ideas, especially with the action. It was his idea to have Cyclops drop down with his lasers from the plane. That was a phenomenal action scene. I never thought I would see something like that. I don't even think I've seen that in the comic books. Sam Raimi, he's a horror director. He's already in the MCU fold. He took over the writing and directing from Scott Derrickson, who I'm going to bring up later, for Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. And while that movie overall, because it had so many things going on, was a little bit messy, his parts were pretty cool and different. And I wouldn't mind him coming in to write and fix up the script and maybe even co-direct and help Damage with Blade. I think James Wan, who's a fantastic horror writer, I think he could do a great job writing this. And this could be getting his leeway because they're saying that whoever writes, the rumor is whoever writes this script will be writing and directing the script for Thor 5. So I would love a Sam Raimi to maybe do Thor 5. That would be really different. I would love James Wan to get a crack at that as well. I think he did a great job with Aquaman. I think he'd do a great job with Thor, and really bring out his world in a really interesting way. Scott Derrickson, who I think deserves another chance because he did a really great job with the first Doctor Strange, and I prefer his version of Doctor Strange over the Multiverse of Madness. I think he do a great job. He's a really good horror director. I think he could do a great job there. And somebody that may not get it, but I think will be a good chance to get it. Or someone that I want to highlight is Kara Kuwasama, who wrote on Jennifer's Body. She also did the show Yellow Jackets, which is really great horror, suspenseful, and kind of creative and really character driven. So I think she could do a good job of really bringing tension to this script. So yeah, Blade is in a MCU film that has been in voluptuous position, but I think that it could do really great if they bring in a solid writer here to take all the ideas that's been spit and bring it all together. And I think those are my potential people. But once again, these are all rumors, and it's potential that this might not even be true. They might have the script completely set. What do you guys think that are watching this afterwards? Let me know comments down below, and I'm going to see what's going on in the live chat and what do you guys think about this rumor. Let's see. Thank you. When I grow up, I want to be just like you and master up the courage to go live. When you grow up, you're so silly. Man, it just takes, I don't want to say courage. It's not courage or anything. It just takes practice. It's more practice than, mustering up courage. You got to do it. Put yourself out there. My first couple lives were not great. It took time for me to be okay at it, which I am now. But yeah, definitely just go do it, and you'll learn and evolve as you go. I changed my playlist from movie Mondays to my favorite movies. I just felt so much pressure releasing a video every week for Mondays. I like to make more random videos in the mix. That makes sense. And when I was at the water near my apartment, I saw a really cool snake that I'd never seen before, a common water snake. Oh, wow. 80s Kid for the Night said Blade ain't happening. I don't think Blade is not happening. I think it's definitely happening. I think they're putting in a lot of faith in him. The fact that he was voiced in Eternals a little bit, I think they're just gonna follow through with that. Blood Hunt Vampire Marvel event starring Blade has been amazing. Blade has been pretty prominent in the comics in the past few years. I feel like they're really trying to push him for the movies. That's exactly what they're doing. They want to get him in the comic book eye so that when the movie comes out, there's a new comic book fans for him. You're right. They do that all the time. Miss Marvel, they did it with Captain Marvel. They do it with all the characters when they're about to get a movie. I think Blade's not going to happen. I never knew Blade was a part of the Marvel Universe until I heard about it in CinemaCon, and they brought out Mahershala Ali. Well, that means you're not a big comic fan, because Blade has been a part of a lot of major story and events. He's a great character. I low-key want to see Antoine Fuqua direct a film like Blade. I would love for him to come in and direct Blade. I don't want to push this director that's already out, but if they do end up getting a new director and pushing it to 2026, Antoine Fuqua would be a fantastic choice. My problem is that there's too many suits controlling directors. I miss the days when directors were in charge, and that was not as much interference. 80s Kids for the 90s, I just want to tell you the truth here. That was never a reality in Hollywood. Producers have always been in control. There's never been a time when directors had full control of their projects. And most of the time when they do, they end up not doing well, and we get director cuts. Please no Sam Raimi. I don't need a bunch of guitar solos in my Blade movie. Damn. Oh, that's hilarious. Bo DeMaio, James Wan, and Scott Derrickson are good choices. Thank you. James Wan and Sam Raimi, I think, are good choices. Collective Man is voting for Sam Raimi. You know what? Let me put a poll. Let me end the poll here. How you guys are doing? I said, how are you guys doing? 40% said fantastic. 40% said bodacious. 10% salacious. And 10% said gorgeous. Nice. Which one of you guys said gorgeous? Who should rewrite Blade? DeMaio, Sam Raimi. Who else is in? Who else I said? Oh, Scott Derrickson and James Wan. Start poll. Let's see. My lives have been garbaggio, but I'm taking notes from the master tonight. Oh my God. Kenny. Yes, Antoine Fuqua would be a fantastic. I really want to see him get more bigger directing. There's a lot of directors I would pick. I think that Guillermo, I'm messing his name up. Guillermo del Toro. Am I saying his first name correctly? I think he would be fantastic to direct Blade. I think he was up to direct Blade a long time ago and never got a chance. Accurate. That was never not the case. Yeah. I mean, Sam Raimi did a good with Doctor Strange too, so I'm going with Sam. Okay. Are you just admitting Karen? The only reason I admitted Karen is because I feel like most people don't know who she is. So I don't think she would get any votes. That's the only reason I omitted Karen. But for me, I would love for her to get a chance to write the script. Del Toro did Blade 2. Yes, okay, you're right. He did the Wesley Snipes Blade 2. Okay, you're right. I think he was supposed to come up and he was supposed to do some MCU project. Or was it? No, he was supposed to do DC. I think it was Swamp Thing or something like that. I remember he was supposed to do another comic book movie recently. 80s kids, I'm going to star your question because I'm going to leave that for the Q&A section since I'm talking about the topics right now. So keep dropping in your things about what you think about the Blade news. I'm going to move into the next topic, and this is coming from DC. Some positive DC news. So this is coming from James Gunn's Threads account, where usually you can get really good news from him because he's the runner of DC. Somebody leaked that Damon Lindelof might be writing or maybe directing the Lanterns show that's supposed to be on Max. Sorry if I'm mixing up words. He said, yes, it's true. The Lanterns DCU series is putting together a crack team of writers based on a wonderful pilot script by Chris Mundy, Tom King, and Damon Lindelof. What a team. A hearty welcome to Chris and Damon Lindelof as they join the DC Studios family. And I love that because he's saying they joined the DC Studios family, meaning they may go on to do other stuff. I would love Damon Lindelof to, he worked on this, but also get to write and direct a DC film. I think he would be a wonderful person to do that. He says, no welcome necessary for old Tom King because he's been here since the beginning of DCU, which I love because Tom King is one of the best writers in DC Comics history, man. He's done a great job with multiple characters. He did get a little crazy because he got stretched in with doing too many comics, but his Batman run, where he focused on Batman, was fantastic, and he did a decent job on Superman as well. If you don't know who these people are, Damon Lindelof has created and co-written on Lost, The Leftovers, DC's Watchmen, so he has history with DC, and I think he did a fantastic job with that show. One of the best comic book shows I've seen. He co-wrote Star Trek Into the Darkness, which I like, and he co-wrote World War Z, one of my favorite zombie movies. So The Leftovers is fantastic. Lost, I know, has a big fan base. I heard it was fantastic for most of it. Star Trek Into the Darkness, I like. Watchmen was fantastic. So he has a great track record, in my opinion. I think one thing, when he's in full control of the script, a lot of people feel like he doesn't know how to tie up loose ends. So the fact that he's going to be working with two other writers, I feel more confident in that. And the writer that, a lot of people don't know is Chris Mundy. This is a guy who's written and produced Ozark, which is one of my favorite Netflix show, and I think it's a fantastic show. He was a showrunner on there, so he directed some episodes, he wrote on some episodes, he was in control of that show. It's fantastic. If you have not seen Ozark, check it out. He's been an executive producer on Criminal Minds, and he has been a writer and a producer on True Detective season 4. Why I think that is important is because while I think Damon Lindelof will bring the comic booky, some of the mystery, some of the tension, some of the twists and turns in the Green Lantern show, I think that the premise of the show, the way it was pitched, is that it's going to be a detective buddy cop show, and for him to have history with Ozark, Criminal Minds, and True Detective, that gives me confidence that they could pull that theme off with this show. And I want to say, go back to this. It's very interesting that they keep going back to this image here. I'm wondering if they're going to make Hal Jordan a Green Lantern and make John Stewart a Yellow Lantern to finally set a difference between them. So instead of John Stewart being a legacy Green Lantern, he's a Yellow Lantern, and he gets his own legacy to go behind. I think while I love that he's been a Green Lantern, he's my Green Lantern since Justice League Unlimited, I would love for him to get from under the shadow of Hal Jordan and become his own man and maybe become a Yellow Lantern. The other prominent Yellow Lantern is obviously Sinestro, but he's a bad guy, right? For there to be a good Yellow Lantern, that'll be really, really interesting. And it will create a really interesting dynamic between Hal and John. So I just wanted to point that out because they keep using this image every time they promote this. The fact that they have John covered in yellow makes me think he might be a Yellow Lantern in this show. So people watching on the replay, how do you feel about this show? Are you more confident in it now that it has this really strong team of writers and showrunners creating the Bible, directing and doing the shows, and all their accolades and the things that they have done? Do you feel confident in the show, or you still need to see a trailer? Drop all your comments down and let me know. Let me go to the live chat. 80 Kids from the 90s says, I'd cast James Marsden as Hal Jordan. I think he would be a fantastic Hal Jordan. He needs an opportunity to do a big role like that, and I would love him to do that and be able to move on in live action, like in a movie. I think he would do a great job as him. That's a great choice. I'm wondering how long Marshall will play Blade, considering he's literally 50 years old and they still haven't started yet. Well, Blade comes out in 2026. He'll be 51, and I think he could play it for 10 years. Blade is not a character that I think is going to be super physically tasking of a character. He might be. But I think with Denzel Washington doing stunts and action scenes for so long, he's done Equalizer 3 just recently, and he's up there in age. I think Mahershala Ali, as long as he keeps himself healthy, can definitely do it. He's not going to be in the same way as like a Nick Fury, because Samuel is like 75, 80, Tom King is an excellent comic book writer. I think he's an excellent comic book writer, and I love that we're having the comic book writers come in and help shape the universe. That's something that the MCU is missing. Star Trek Into the Darkness is fantastic. Thank you, Kenny Sparks. You're my boy. And Ozark is fantastic. Yes, all these things are really great. So it's making me really, really excited for this. I prefer Wrath of Khan, but all right, Trek is great. Well, that's fine. You can prefer it, but, Into the Darkness is great. If Marshall is too old by the time they pull it together, my vote is Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. So he would be a fantastic Blade. The only issue sub media reviews is that Yahya Abdul-Mateen is already an MCU character that hasn't debuted yet. He's been casted as Wonder Man, so he's going to be that character. So he won't be able to be Blade because he's going to already be in the MCU. Lost is one of my favorite TV shows. I enjoyed all of it, even though the ending was sad and a little bit of a letdown. Look, I feel like if the journey is great, I'm okay with the ending being a little bit of a letdown, as long as it doesn't ruin the journey. I will have to watch Ozark. Yeah, man, check out Ozark. It's so good. Yahya would be dope, but I think he was cast as Wonder Man not too long ago. Yeah, he's gonna be Wonder Man. Blade is as physical as character. That's true. When I was saying, I was like, but I think they could figure it out. Grant Gustin as Batman, definitely not. I don't see that happening at all. I think he has too much of a baby face to be Batman, because if he was going to be the same age as the Superman in the new Superman film, then I would be like, oh yeah, okay, that could fit, because him and David Cornsweet can match youth looking wise. But Grant Gustin looks too young to play a Batman that has a son, Damian, and adopted a grown man. Like, he looked like he would probably be Dick Grayson, or maybe even Red Robin, or something like that. Not Batman. I would love for him to get cast in something else. I never even heard of Wonder Man. Yeah, Wonder Man is a deep cut Marvel Comics character that's tied to Vision and Scarlet Witch. So they're bringing him into. He's going to be part of Marvel Spotlight. Well, I think that's what they're going to do with that. Grant Gustin as Batman, please no. Oh, first of all, John Doe Juggalo. Oh yeah, you were in the live stream, but welcome to the live stream. Why not? Grant Gustin's a great actor, man. I think he is, but I don't want him as Batman. But if they did it, I wouldn't be too mad. I think they could find someone else to fit it, but I don't blame you. He's not very well known. I read comics and I barely know about him. Same. I read comics. I'm deep into comics. I barely know anything about Wonder Man. He doesn't usually have consistent comics. He's getting one because he's going to be in that show, but we'll see. Austin Butler as Batman or Green Arrow. I think he will do a great job as Green Arrow. I think he's smooth enough to do Green Arrow. He could probably play Batman too. I think he could do anything after watching him in Doom Part 2 and seeing clips of him in Elvis. So give him a try. I guess we're all wondering about Wonder Man. Oh my God. Oh, I like Grant. I just don't want him as Batman. Yeah, I agree. I like him too, and I don't want him as Batman either. Let's end this poll before I move on to the next topic, which was who should rewrite Blade? Sam Raimi is winning by 50%. James Wan got 33. DeMaio got 16. And poor Scott Derrickson got nada. Grant Gustin is a little too soap opera-ish. Okay. I can't argue with that because I've only seen him in The Flash, but I don't know if that's his only acting chops. That's all I have to say about the Grant Gustin thing. Okay. Moving on to the next topic, if I can see it. So, one of the best things to come out after the Star Wars, The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson got, booed out of the building, out of the Star Wars universe because of that film. So he got his opportunity to make something original, and that is Knives Out, which is one of my favorite franchises right now. I love the first Knives Out. I love Knives Out 2, Glass Onion. I thought that film was great, and I think it would be better than the first Knives Out. And now, recently, they have announced Knives Out 3. Oh, that's the wrong slide. Knives Out 3 has a title, Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. The next Benoit Blanc mystery, the follow-up to Knives Out and Glass Onion, is called Wake Up Dead Man. Writer and director Rian Johnson revealed on X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm still calling it Twitter. I don't care that they changed the URL. So that announcement came with a little teaser showing a glass falling down, and I'm pretty sure there was probably some clues to what the movie is going to be about in there. I'm really, really excited for this. Obviously, this is going to be a Netflix film. It's probably going to get like a week or 2 weeks theater release. I wish it would be theatrical because these movies deserve theatrical releases. They're that good. But soon after, people were wondering who is going to be in this film. Who are they going to cast? Obviously, we know that James Bond himself is going to come back because he's Benoit Blanc. He's always in these movies, but they always have an all-star cast of actors come in. So that news has been revealed. We have Kaylee Spaney and Josh O'Connor are going to be joining, and it also announced that Andrew Scott will be joining as well. These are some faces that have been around for a long time, but you may not who they are. So I got some profiles here. Kaylee Spaney is one of my favorite young actresses right now, and I think she's a rising star. She was in Priscilla, who actually I thought she was phenomenal in. I think she should have got an Oscar nomination for that role. She was in Civil War, where she was also fantastic in that film. She is going to be in this year's movie Alien Romulus, the new Alien movie. She's going to be starring in that movie, which is coming out later this year. She was also in the show Devs by Alex Garland. That's how she got the role to be in Civil War. She was fantastic. That was the first time I saw her, and she was fantastic in that. She's a very dynamic actress that's really, really great, and I'm excited to see how they utilize her in this film. And she has a young fan base that I think she could bring in this film. Josh O'Connor is also a rising star. He's a little bit older, but I think he's still rising. He was in Challenges from this year, which I thought he was fantastic in, and I can really see him and how he can be in a movie like this. I could definitely see what kind of character he could be. He was in an Oscar-nominated film that officially wide release this year, but was a limited release last year called Chimera, which he starred in. He was in Peaky Blinders, and he was also in Netflix hit The Crown. So he's been around for a while. He's building up his cachet. I think Challenges was his biggest film biggest thing he's done so far, and I think he knocked it out of the park. And last but not least, Andrew Scott, he's been around for a while. He was in 007 Spectre. He was in 1917. His big breakout was as the sexy pastor in Fleabag, and he had Oscar buzz in last year's film All of Us Are Strangers, which you can stream on Hulu now if you want to go check him out. So I think this cast is really, really strong so far. I like all these actors. I think that they do a good job of bringing in people, but also can play really interesting characters. And I can definitely see Rian Johnson using them in different ways. But there are also some rumors. So there's rumor that from discussing film, and sometimes they have some credible rumors. So this can be in breaking gossip, but I didn't want to separate it. I wanted to put all the Knives Out stuff together. That Tom Hardy and Lindsay Lohan are rumored to be in Knives Out 3 as well, which I am welcome to see Lindsay Lohan's renaissance. I think she could do a great job in this movie. If you saw Knives Out 2, Glass Onion, Kate Winslet did a great job in that film, and I think Lindsay Lohan could do a role like that in the film. And I think Tom Hardy is fantastic in everything he does, right? Like he's a star actor that is a character actor. He can play characters, and I think him versus Daniel Craig would be amazing. But who else could be in this film? One thing I'll say is that with the Knives Out series, one thing that Rian Johnson does, he casts all these, I want to say, white famous actors to draw people in, but he centers the movie always around a female minority character. The first movie was Anna de Armas. She's Cuban, she's Hispanic, and it played on that in the film a little bit. And then in Glass Onion, we had Janelle Monáe. She was the main character, even though she wasn't in like front and center, and she was a African American lead. And I think that he's going to do that again. For some reason, that is this thing that he does. So these are other potential actors that I think could be in it because of their talent and also because I think they can play really different roles in there. So I think Michael B. Jordan can definitely make a splash here. He hasn't been anything since Creed 3, and I think this could be really, really cool for him to be in. Him, Daniel Craig, and Tom Hardy could be potential like real muscular sexiness for the ladies. I think Dominique Thorne could take that Janelle Monáe and Anna de Armas role. If you haven't seen her in Swarm, she's phenomenal. She can play a really, really great weird character. I think that when she's under the right direction, she can be fantastic. Amber Midthunder, she is the actress that was in Prey. She did a great job in that movie. I think that she could have a great opportunity and she could represent Native Americans in that in just a diversity role, but not for the diversity because she's a great actress. I think Tom Holland really needs something like this. I think Tom Holland could do a great job in a film like this, and I really would like to see him play a bad guy. I think that would be really cool. I think Nicole Kidman and Catherine Zeta-Jones would be two great classic actors to be in there, to be big names, because he also likes to have big names in there that are just like having fun. I think Nicole Kidman could do a great job. I think Catherine Zeta-Jones can definitely do a great job as well. And I think Simu Liu could do a really great job too, being very, very funny. These are people that I think could be in the movie, not necessarily because these are potential people that I think should be in the movie. So let me know in the comments down below. Are you excited for Knives Out 3, Wake Up a Dead Man? Are you excited for the official castings and the rumors and the people that I say should be in the film? What do you think the movie is going to be about? Where is going to be set? Or what's going to be central location? Who's going to be the main characters at this time? And are you a fan of the previous two films? Drop those comments down below and let me know. And let me check out the live chat. Knives Out and Glass Onion. Yes, man. Both movies fantastic. Knives Out is not on streaming, unfortunately. I would love to do a watch along of that, but it's not. Glass Onion is though, so I might do Glass Onion because you don't have to watch Glass Onion to understand Knives Out. Like they're very separate. So I think I might still do a watch along of Knives Out anywhere. There's not a more talented human in Hollywood than Janelle Monáe. Fight your mother if you disagree. Joking. She's very, very talented. She reminds me like a Jamie Foxx in a Childish Gambino / Donald Glover, those jack of all trades, master of none kind of people that they do everything really, really well, but they don't dominate any particular field. Knives Out 3 is, I just need to put out the second one because I actually got rid of my first one because they haven't put out the second one yet in 4K. Oh no, why would you do that? I just want to buy these Knives Out on physical media. First of all, welcome to live stream, Zach M. I 100% agree. I really wish they had these on physical media. I want to buy them so bad, but Netflix is not doing it, and I don't know why. Because they do physical media for some of their films. So I would love for them to own these films. They're so good. Love murder mysteries. The Agatha Christie movies with Hercule Poirot and Knives Out series are my jam. I've only seen one of the Agatha Christie films, and that was Haunting at Venice, and I liked it. It wasn't up to snuff with Knives Out to me, but it was a good film. I'm really looking forward to Alien Romulus. So now I haven't heard anything about this until I went to go see Furiosa, and I saw the trailer, and I was like, this looks really, really good. I'm down. I'm excited now. Some folks are late risers. Yeah, some people are late risers. You know, they have Glenn Powell in the top 10 young actors to look out for in cast now. And the man is 35, 36. Even though that's young, in acting world, that's not young. What are the people of color? What are the people of color? I'm not sure what you were asking me here. Are you asking me what the definition that is, or the people I'm talking about? Wow, Tom Hardy, that would be awesome. I would like to see him in that movie. He could see him as a bad guy. I agree. That's the question. So I don't know. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. Tom Hardy as Batman. I don't think he should do another comic character after Venom and Bane. I'm calling it now. Tom Hardy is the villain. Yeah, I can really see him being the villain. Or he might be a decoy. I can really see him being a decoy. You think he's a villain because it's so obvious, but he's the decoy. I really like Tom Holland to be in here. Yo, Dominique Thorne is great in Judas and the Black Messiah as well. Yes, yes, yes. She is. She was great in that film. Is Knives Out PG-13? Let me see. That's a good question. I don't, for some reason, I don't think it is. That's not what I wanted. Google age rating. Thank you. Yeah, it's PG-13. 80s kids from the 90s. So it's okay for you to watch. Hey, beloved channel member of the net. I hope you're feeling better. I know you weren't feeling great the other day. I'm glad to see you here. How are you doing? How was your Memorial Day? Haunting in Venice pale in comparison to Murder on the Orient Express and Death and Now you should watch. Okay, I'll check it out. You're the first person to say that Death and Now is good. I've only heard bad things about that film, and I've only heard good, okay things about Murder on the Orient Express. But I'm going to check them out because I trust you. Where are the people of color is what Sut was asking. I mean, where? What do you mean, where are the people of color? I'm confused. I said it. Anna de Armas, Janelle Monáe, Michael B. Jordan, Dominique Thorpe, Amber Midthunder, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Simu Liu. You know? Okay. But yeah, I'm really, really excited for this film. I think that the casting so far is really, really strong. I'm excited to see who they add to the cast to round it out. Let's move on to the next topic. And some of this is going to be something I haven't done in a long time. Rapid fire news is breaking news that is, something I want to talk to you about, but is not something I need to spend a whole long time talking about, if that makes sense. And the first one is, and I think this was an interesting thing, Immaculate, one of the biggest horror movies of the year, starring Sydney Sweeney, did really good in the theaters. A lot of people ended up liking it. It was a little divisive. Finally hit streaming, and a lot of people are complaining that it's too dark. Someone on Twitter said Immaculate is comically dark. I'm watching it in a dimly lit room in the evening and can barely make out what's happening on the screen. Why would anyone do this intentionally? And the director of the movie had to come out and talk about this. He was defending himself because he says, and this is Michael Mohan, that's the name of the director of the film. He says, I know, man, this is absolutely not done intentionally. We have no control over the compression specs of each platform. It's a real problem that truly bums me out. And after comparing them all, iTunes is the closest to what we wanted / brighter than the rest. I wanted to bring that up because there's been a really big conversation about going to the movie theaters, buying physical media versus just streaming, right? People are not going to go to movies that much. And I'm going to be talking about that when I do Attack of the Show or Attack of the Box Office soon. And people are not really buying physical media. It's still selling, but not buying as much. That's why Target is getting rid of it. And that's why Best Buy got rid of it, unfortunately. But these are the best ways to watch the movies because a lot of films go on streaming and then end up looking terrible. The compression doesn't look good. The movie doesn't look good as it looks in the theater on 4K or Blu-ray or or any other physical media you can buy it on. And Immaculate is just another case of that, where a movie that is kind of darkly lit already is being super darkly lit there. And another thing is, this happens tons of times. I'll never forget 2014 Godzilla, a movie that I really, really liked. It looked great on the big screen. When you watch it on streaming, it's so dark, especially in the action scenes, and I don't know why. It's really, really annoying. The 4K transfer is not good a lot of times, and Netflix is very egregious when it comes to these things. They do not take care of it because there's a lot of people who don't know what these movies look like originally. So they just watch it and think, oh, this movie sucks because look how it looks. And it's like, no, that's not how it's supposed to look. So guys, in the comments down below, let me know about a movie that you saw in the theaters, then you watched on streaming. You're like, wait, why does this look like this? And what do you think? How should this be fixed? Or is it just the future? Is this going to be something that's going to be fixed? Drop all your comments down below and let me know. Let me see what you guys got to say. When asking about people of color, I was saying all the confirmed actors for Knives Out 3 need more diversity. Oh, yeah. And that's why I said that we need to cast a little bit, because he uses diverse actors most of the time in his films. So just because they're announced yet, they'll be in there. I trust Rian Johnson that much, at least. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think he will have some diverse actors in there. Not officially cast is what homie meant. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I had a nervous breakdown when I did my live stream. Oh, no, I'm sorry to hear that. So I had canceled it, and then I tried to go live on this account, but I ended up on my up my channel that I always dream on. Everybody showed up to support me. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that, Annette. I know how hard it is to have some technical difficulties. I had it earlier where I had myself on mute and told me that it would be okay. That's great. Yeah, it's always gonna be okay, you know? Zach, take it away. Huh? I'm confused. What do you mean? Today I feel tired and weak. Get some rest. I'm glad that you were able to be strong enough to come on a live stream. Hopefully you have a good time. I don't know if you heard about this, Zach, but the guy who runs Vinegar Syndrome said something because they didn't want to put the first Omen out on 4K. They said they would do the transfer work. That's great. That's good. I want to get that movie on 4K. I think Vinegar Syndrome is a solid boutique. I don't go to the movies that much, but I buy VHS, DVD, and occasionally Blu-ray. That's solid. I'm just saying though, 80s kid, if you don't go to the movies and support the film in theaters, can't complain when the films are not creative enough. You know what I mean? Because that's where they really make their money. I'm glad you buy physical media, but you got to go to the theaters. I think Alien versus Predator Requiem is the worst lit movie I've ever seen, and I don't think it can be blamed on streaming. Yeah, well, no, there's films that are just terribly lit in general, but there are films that are nice looking because Immaculate didn't look bad when I saw it in theaters. So, but when I'm looking at those screenshots, that looks awful. I had to put my grandma's air conditioner in the window. It always makes me feel this way. Oh, okay. I had some technical difficulties on my stream, but last Friday and can't use any of the footage for clips. It sucks. Definitely happens. I definitely emphasize. Yeah, same thing. I go to the theater sometimes. Oh, that's fair. As long as you go sometimes. As long as you go sometimes. I understand it's very, very expensive. Theaters are very expensive. I have what's it called? Regal Unlimited. So, it's different. Different for me. Another rapid fire news. We're going to be talking about Star Wars here. Some negative news, unfortunately. So musician James Blunt recently said at the Hay Festival in the Wales, via People magazine, that his close friend Carrie Fisher faced tremendous pressure to thin for Star Wars when she reprised her iconic role of Princess Leia in Star Wars Force Awakens. Fisher previously told Good Housekeeping UK in 2014, shortly before Force Awakens opened in theaters, that she lost 35 pounds for the movie. She died 1 year later in the December 2016 after going into cardiac arrest while flying from London to Los Angeles. There has been a lot of talk about, body image and how a lot of actors and actresses, mostly actresses, have to fit a certain body type. It happens to actors as well. You can talk about Kumail Nanjiani and how he completely changed his face and his body structure for Eternals, and the things that he may have taken to do that. And now he looks like a different person. He went through a lot for that film. But women face it the most in terms of you got to get skinny, you got to get fit, you got to do these different things so you play certain roles instead of just looking natural, which is weird to me because for me, Leia didn't have action scenes. So I don't see why she had to lose so much weight to play the character. It's not like she had to run, jump, or do any serious action sequences. The reason why I thought this was interesting to bring up, it says they put a lot of pressure on her. She put a lot of pressure on herself, started using drugs again, and by the time she got on the plane, she had effectively killed herself, that Blunt is saying. They say it was heart failure of some kind, but she had taken enough drugs to have a really good party. In a 2015 interview with Good Housekeeping UK, Fisher said the studio didn't want to hire all of me. When it came time to bring Princess Leia back to the big screen, only about 3/4. She quipped about needing to lose weight. Nothing changes. It's a appearance-driven thing. I'm in a business where the only thing that matters is weight and appearance. That is so messed up, Fisher told the publication. They might as well say get younger because that's how easy it is. I did the same way everybody has to. Don't eat and exercise more, which is not very healthy and is very, very, very unfortunate that they did this, or allegedly did this. Like, they try to talk to Disney and LucasArts about this, but this is super unacceptable that they force people to lose so much weight for roles, especially if you're not in a role that's supposed to be super physically demanding. Like, I get Thor needs to look away, he's a god. Superman has to look away, he's a god. Captain America has to look away. But Leia, who's supposed to be old, a grandma, has to lose 35 pounds. That doesn't make any sense. And I know part of it is that maybe she could have fought harder, but also we don't know what was going on with her. I think she had a lot of pressure and wanted to do this role and reprise it, because you know how they are. She might have fought for it and they would have just recasted her. You just never know. But rest in peace to a great woman. I'm so sorry that happened to her. It's really, really sad. And I think this is something to talk about in terms of, you look a lot of actresses getting the bacala, or how you ever say surgery where their face is they remove the fat from their cheeks and put it somewhere else. Recently, I think like Anya Taylor-Joy, who I'm a fan of, she's done that and she looks so much more skinnier. I think Zendaya is an actress that has been told, or not, I mean, not told, I don't know if it's hard for her to gain weight, but she looks very skinny sometimes. You could see a lot of actresses who look skinny. Someone that's like Selena Gomez, who is improved as an actress a lot, hasn't been really getting a lot of big roles because she stays, if you look, she stays thick. She stays in her Latina phase. But she doesn't get a lot of roles, a lot of big roles. So it's really unfortunate and it's sad. But yeah, it's something got to change for it to affect somebody that much. Let me know in the comments down below how you guys feel about it. Let's see what the live chat has to say. The lighting for final season of Game of Thrones was big trash. They were trying to hide those Star Cup cups. That's why. That's sad. Yeah, it's really sad. That's sad. I really like Carrie Fisher. I grew up watching her. Yeah, I think a lot of people in the chat did. The stuff that women have to do to be accepted in Hollywood is insane. It really is. A lot of craziness that they have to do. A lot of it is cut out, but a lot of it is still insane. Especially older actresses, just to stay relevant and keep jobs, they have to do so much to maintain and keep up with younger counterparts. They don't write roles for older women, or at least different roles for them. Oh, that's so horrible. Yeah, it's unfortunate. This is really sad to listen, because I've read her autobiography. She has the same disability that I do, bipolar, and she's actually had electric shock therapy. Wow, I did not know that. And women are considered old much quicker in Hollywood than in reality. Yes, they are. They're already trying to call Jennifer Lawrence old. And I'm like, she's in her 30s still. Because she had a baby, it's like, whoa, she's old. And she dealt with a lot of drug issues back then when she was first cast as Princess Leia. She talks about it a lot in her autobiography. Yeah, and you can see that she had that struggle, and she had a struggle again playing the role. That's really, really unfortunate. Hey, have you seen with T? What's up? Welcome to the live stream, man. Beloved channel member. At least her daughter didn't have to lose weight for her role. Yeah, I'm happy that she didn't have to do all that. Hey, Movie Minute, what's up, man? Welcome to the live stream. Ladies get playing grandmas when they are 35. Yeah, man. 35, 40, 45. Marissa Tomei played a mom in Spider-Man, and now they're only trying to keep her as a mom, and she's not even that old. It's very, very unfortunate. All right, let's get in to the next topic. If I can find it. Yeah, so buy, rent, or sell is a topic where I watch 2 to 3 trailers and we decide together if we're going to buy it, rent it, or sell it. Buying means, when this comes out, I'm watching it on streaming or in theaters. Renting means like if it's a theater movie, I'm going to wait for renting, or if it's a streaming movie, I'm going to watch it later. And sell means I'm not watching this at all. This is not for me. I'm leaving this alone. So we have 3 kind of old. They came out last week. I didn't stream last week, so these are trailers I'm catching up on that I haven't really seen. One of them I've seen a little bit because I saw somebody do a watch along of it. But yeah, let's do some buy, rent, or sale. Nope. There we go. So this is going to be the trailer for Sing Sing, a new A24 film starring Coleman Domingo. I've been hearing really great things about it. I'm really excited to see like what it's about. I've only heard things about it, but I haven't seen it. So remember, buy, rent, or sale. So we're gonna watch the trailer together. Let me know if you're definitely gonna go check it out in theaters because it's a theatrical cut. If you're gonna wait to watch it on streaming or rent it or sale, I mean, like I'm not watching this at all. It's A24, so I'm gonna go watch it because that's my favorite production company. So let's do a reaction to Sing Sing.
To die. To sleep.
I really like Coleman Domingo.
This is a clemency hearing for your conviction, 25 to life. Since you've been in custody, you've been involved in the theater program.
All right, gentlemen, let's go.
It's been a program that was established to help people get more in touch with their feelings and truly get some rehabilitation.
I am Gladiator Goliath. I am Spartacus.
I'm Prince Hamlet of Denmark.
He didn't look like he wanted to do that.
Just something, I don't know, wonderful.
What part do you play?
From time to time, I do act, like we all do.
So are you acting at all during this interview?
Oh. Oh, look at his face.
We here to become human again and enjoy the things that is not in our reality.
It has a very documentary feel.
Real with each other, vulnerable.
It feels like real people that.
Listen, you ain't know what you're doing, know who you are, what you about, bro. What? You don't get to tell me what I need in prison. You don't get to do that. And don't bring me in those dark corners no more.
Whoa.
The world expects brothers like you and I to walk in with our heads held down. Nah, what you got to walk in like a king. Everything is yours.
I'm divine now.
Yeah.
This is my theater.
Now give me some love. Give me some love. Go to your most perfect spot.
Oh, I like that.
Do you
Okay.
hear anything?
Highlighting some people you don't even heard of. I never heard of this actor before.
Are you with somebody? Are you outside? Hold that feeling.
Let's go!
Sing Sing.
Admit that I murdered that Hamlet, bro. Shakespeare is in his grave right now. He rolled over.
You did your thing, beloved.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna love him in this movie. Now, whoa, don't restart. Yeah, I'm down. This is a buy for me. This seems like a movie that I'll love. So A24 has a couple different kind of films that they do, right? Like they have their weird films, they have their horror films, they have their weird dramas, but they also have films that are smaller, more intimate, like just living life. You know, we have Showing Up, we have Earth Mama, we have we have Tuesday, which is coming out also. We have a couple different movies that they do. Is it The Covenant? Not The Covenant. There's a one about the army that Gabrielle Union in. I'm not remembering the name right now. So they have a couple films where they do that, where it's like really inspirational stories, really deep stories. The Whale, that one's a little bit weirder than those other films, but it's a drama. But I love this. This is something that I definitely like to go to theater and support, because it's a special kind of film that we're not really going to get much of. And when you don't support these kind of films, we don't get more of them. So I love character, like just like Kenny Spark says, you know how I feel about character studies. I love character studies. I love the way it's approached. It looks documentary like, but a movie level documentary. All the actors feel like real people that are probably there, other than Coleman Domingo. And I really, 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 really enjoy that. It feels authentic. It feels real. It feels like they got guys who were in jail to act. And that's a compliment to me for this film. So yeah, I'm definitely down. This is a buy for me. I'm definitely going to check this out. Let's see what the live chat has to say. Oh, I saw this one. Buy, and a freaking buy. Nice. Such good storytelling right here. Yeah, man, the storytelling is really, really strong. He said, did Netflix and A24 team up? I'm getting the Netflix prison doc style here. So Netflix is really great with documentaries and the scandalous ones. So I think a lot of people are going to start taking inspiration from them and maybe using the people who do those things into their movies. I think I could see that. Buy. Definitely, this actually looks really good. Yeah, man. Little Shawshank flavor. Fun fact, I haven't seen that movie. Definitely want to check it out. Shawshank Redemption. That's what I'm getting to you, man. Shawshank. Okay. Hey, Tank, what's up? Welcome to the live stream, man. Movie Minute said buy for sure. Kenny Sparks, buy, take my money. The net says buy. I love this. Collective Movement said take my money now. This is a buy from the Spoiler Kings as well. Some media reviews. I know you have a feeling about certain types of films, so I'm interested to see. I typically can't do A24. Interesting, but this looks good. I will have to rent as I find prison movies are too graphic for my taste, so I have to read some reviews before diving in. Okay, so this is rent for you because you got to read some reviews first, see if there's some stuff that's too graphic for you. Understood. At least you'll give it a chance. Aronofsky saw that premiere in Austin. Nice. I'm not a big on jail flicks, but I might catch this streaming. Okay, that's fair. So you're renting it. I understand it. This feels a little different from the normal jail flick, but I understand if you don't want to like live in that. So yeah, guys, if you're watching this afterwards, drop your comments down below and let me know how you feel about Sing Sing, or is there something you're gonna go check out in theaters? It's coming out soon, or is it something you're gonna pass on? Don't get Brian started on Shawshank, one of his all-time favorite movies. That's great, man. It's definitely a movie I want to go check out. Hopefully, I'm not disappointing in it. Because, there's films that people love that I'm like, it's all right. Okay, so the next movie is going to be actually starring Jessica Alba, which is surprising. I haven't seen her star in a movie in a long time. And this movie is called Trigger Warning. I'm interested to see what's going on. I don't know if this is an action film, what it's about. But I know Jessica Alba's in it, and let's see what she got. So this is gonna be my trailer reaction for Trigger Warning. Trailer number 1. Whoa, that's loud.
I'm sorry about your dad, but I'm glad you're home, kid.
Oh, this is Netflix. Somebody was just on my Netflix.
Parker, welcome back. People like you around here. They like Harry, or liked him. I'd like to keep it that way.
I don't think his death was an accident.
Parker, stay out of it.
Oh boy.
See if there's a safe.
Whoa! Oh yeah, this movie's about to be violent as hell.
How's home?
What do you know about Senator Swan?
What the hell you got into? How much does Parker know about this?
The music reminds me a little bit of Black Widow.
Too much.
This is about more than just my dad. I need to know the truth. If you pivot on that back foot, you won't punch like such a little bitch.
You want to know what really happened to Harry?
Okay. June 21st. That's in a couple weeks. Damn, why am I watching the trailer? Something I gotta go in my bad eye. Yeah, it looks okay. I think for me, some of the stuff that it looks kind of generic in terms of we've seen a lot of action movies. Whoa, relax. We've seen a lot of action movies where it's like a woman fighting against people and stuff like that. And I was looking to see if there was going to be something different about this film. I just don't like in the trailers when they do action movies and the person, man or woman, is just beating people up. There's no struggle. There's no nothing. If every scene is like that, that's kind of boring. But, I'll check it out if it has good reviews. Oh, sorry, guys. My eye is burning me. The action that they showed looked like it's going to be pretty brutal. That chainsaw scene, the scene where she had the thing on his neck, I was like, oh, she's about to crack him. So some of that stuff looks interesting. I just hope that the acting is strong and the filmmaking is decent, But I'm slightly interested. This is a rent for me. It's not a pass, but it's not a sale, but it's a rent for me. Let me see what you guys have to say in the live chat. Shawshank is my number 2 favorite movie of all time. Nice. Gotta watch Shawshank. I know. Gotta watch a lot of movies. Sue Storm, yeah, old school Sue Storm. Shawshank Redemption is based on Stephen King novel. Nice. I would watch Jessica Alba drink water. I don't care. I can't with you. Alba as Wonder Woman. No. He said, damn. Yeah, the action looks pretty good in that part. She looks like she hasn't aged at all. That's a fact. How old is this woman? She doesn't look like she aged a bit. This looks like a Netflix action flick. Yeah, like Netflix has a look. Other than Extraction, a lot of their act in Gray Man, those two action films stand out because those are the Russo brothers. They produced it. A lot of their action films have the same feel. Collector Movie Man said, take my money right now. This looks like a good action movie. He's down. Nanette says, buy, freaking buy. Okay, we got people that's feeling it. Okay, dang, she's kicking some butt. Buy. Netflix finally waking up. Okay. People liking it more than me. He said, that's a well-written character. Okay. Not going to lie. But Jessica Alba was enough to sell for me. Nice. Okay. We got some Jessica Alba fans. I'm happy for that. John Wick with Alba. Yeah. Renting. Giving Peppermint vibes. Yeah. With, I forgot who was in Peppermint. We'll check out. But Jessica isn't my fave. Okay. That's fair. If I didn't have House of Dragon, I'd give Netflix my money to watch that. Okay. Love Jessica Alba. She isn't a great actor though. Looks good though. A Rent for me. Yeah, she's not a very dynamic actor. So that's my only worry, that she's not a very dynamic actor. The movie looks a little low budget and it also looks very predictable in terms of what's going to happen. Even like the lines that they're saying, but I'll give it a chance. Collect the movies. 80 Kids for 90 says it's a pass. So it's a sale, right? Okay. So the final trailer of the night is going to be Beetlejuice. Actually, I wish I didn't say that. Actually, I'm not going to do Beetlejuice because I just watched who the what's it called? Who the people who did it? Warner Brothers. You know what? I'll just cut it out after. I'm going to do Beetlejuice. So this is going to be my trailer reaction to Beetlejuice. I'm interested to see how you guys like it. Yeah. Kenny, Beetlejuice is a fan. That is hilarious. So for me, the trailer doesn't look super strong for me. It didn't excite me from the movie, but also I'd realize I gotta watch the original Beetlejuice again. The last time I watched it was probably 25 years ago, or whenever the movie came out. I know it's been a long time. I've only watched it when I was a little kid. And there's certain things that I gotta see translate in the way they made the filmmaking. For me, at first I was like, oh, the VFX look bad, but then I saw somebody talk about how like it's like imitating, or not imitating, but bringing over the stop motion animation from the first one. So I'm like, okay, so it's a stylistic choice. So I gotta watch that first one, get into the Beetlejuice flavor. May do a watch along of the original Beetlejuice. I have time. Do it in September. And and then get into this and get excited to get another trailer, see what more of it's about. I like the cast. I like the all-star cast. I like the new people that they brought in. I think it has the potential to please a lot of Beetlejuice fans. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about Beetlejuice. What are you looking forward to? Who you hope is also in the cast? And what do you think about? Do we need another Beetlejuice movie? Let me know. Let me see what the live chat has to say. It's on Netflix, so it's already a rental. That's funny. What? No, Beetlejuice? Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to cut it out the live stream after when they copyright me. Once I see the first one, shocker, I know this is a buy. Gotcha. Yeah, I got to rewatch the first one. It's been a long time. It's going to be like I never watched it before. Hell yes, buying for sure. Okay. The juice is a buy. I don't need to watch a trailer. I'm going to the theater to see Beetlejuice 2. Nice. Life is harder is what Ryder said in the first one as a bratty kid. Okay, nice. Yeah, like I said, I don't remember anything from the movie. That's why. The juice is loose. Bye for Keaton. Ooh, Beetlejuice was definitely trying to marry a 16-year-old girl in the first one. Yeah, he was. Stop playing with these damn demons. Lucy Juicy. Beetlejuice is a fan. He is a fan. If you know, you know. 69 God. This looks great. Everything. This looks great. Everything. But doesn't this already derail everything that was already established in the first movie? I wouldn't be able to tell you because I don't remember it. So let me know in the chat if you know if this derails what happened in the first movie. I've been watching it every Halloween for the past year or two. Okay. Watching the first one a million times as a kid, watched the cartoon. This was made for suckers like me. Nice. I heard some anti-black comments from Tim Burton, so don't know I'll support. Ooh, I did not know that. Sup, you let me know. Send me the article, send me the tea. I didn't hear that. If that's the case, I'm also not going to be watching. The nostalgia is real for the 80s kids. Yeah. I mean, need is a strong word, but if it's good, it's worth it. Yeah. I always wanted to ask, because for me, the whole like, did this need to happen? No movie needs to happen. None at all. We didn't need the first Beetlejuice, but they made it and people like it. Worth looking into for sure. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I'm gonna put a poll out. What was the best trailer out of the three that you guys liked? I have a feeling I know which one's gonna win. Excuse me if I spilled Beetlejuice wrong. I don't know why my hands are messing up, but that poll is there. So that's the end of buy, rent, or sale. This was really, really fun. And let's get into the next topic. So this is Attack of the Box Office, where I break down the box office news and all the narratives coming from this weekend. This is Memorial Day weekend, one of the bigger box office going weekends that we have. Memorial Day, Labor Day, and things like that are really, really big for movie going. You would think it wouldn't be because barbecue's happening, but people like going to movies during these weekends. But unfortunately, the box office has not recovered fully from COVID and strike and people, going to streaming. There's many different reasons of some things going on, and this was unfortunately a disastrous box office weekend, and we're going to talk about it. So the big movie that was coming out this weekend was obviously Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, a film that I was really not excited for until the reviews came out. And it came in the number one film of the weekend, right? Box office breakdown is Furiosa's budget was $168 million before ads, meaning that if you add $100 million for ads, that's $268. So just to break even, it has to, do $268, and then everything after that will be a profit. Over the 3-day Memorial weekend, it did $32 million. Unfortunately, this is the worst Memorial Day weekend taken since 1995 Casper, which did $25 million. And people are wondering what happened. Why are people not checking out Furiosa? So before I get into how it can bounce back, some of the narratives that I want to bring up that why Furiosa didn't do well. The number one thing I have to say is that Mad Max Fury Road didn't do well. The original film that this is prequel in didn't do that great. And the Mad Max series isn't like a box office juggernaut. So unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of momentum from Fury Road onto this. And people were hoping it was going to be Into the Spider-Verse situation where like Into Spider-Verse didn't like blow the box office open. It did okay. And then Across the Spider-Verse, caught momentum because people watched it later and caught it. But with that, it wasn't that big of a gap between Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse. With Mad Max Fury Road, that came out in 2015. So that was almost 10 years ago since that film came out. And then this movie comes out so much later. There's so many people that were born and so many people who may have never seen the film. So I think that's a big thing. A lot of people who either didn't watch Fury Road and didn't have any interest in watching this, haven't watched any of the Mad Max movies, period, and had no interest in watching this. I think that another thing that I think is a major thing that's affecting this film, I think the advertisements for this film have not been good, right? I don't think they did a good job advertising these films at all, unfortunately. And I think that the VFX looking weird in the trailers threw a lot of people off, including me. And I think that deterred some people from wanting to go check this out. I think also it has nothing to do with a female lead because Charlize Theron was the female lead of the first one. The movie didn't do it that hot, but Anya Taylor-Joy is not a proven box office draw, right? Like she did The Queen's Gambit on Netflix, really big hit for that show. A lot of people loved her in that. She was in The Menu. That wasn't really a big box office movie. She was in Last Night in Soho. That movie didn't do that well at the box office. And obviously she was in Doom Part 2, but she was only a small part of it, and she wasn't part of the advertisement. So she wasn't a draw for the movie. She was announced the week it came out, so she wasn't a big draw for the movie. So this was her first time to prove that she had a fan base that she could bring over that was bigger than on the internet, that was more the general audience to come and boost a box office. And next same goes for Chris Hemsworth. Let's not let the Thor movies fool you. Outside of the Thor films, his box office is not great as well, unfortunately. He's been leads of a couple of movies, and he's just not a big box office draw. And they've been using these two actors to promote this film. While I think they both did a phenomenal job in the movie, Anya Taylor-Joy did a great job. I think that Chris Hemsworth did a great job. I think that the movie was great overall. You can check out my review on my channel. I just think these two not being box office draws and them not advertising anybody else in the film, we didn't really have anybody else that would be, I think really, really hurt the film in terms of the marketing, the actors that are in it, and the fact that the Mad Max brand isn't super strong and Fury Road wasn't a huge hit. It won Oscar stuff and things like that, but a lot of times that doesn't mean success for a franchise. It's like if people saw it in the movie theaters, right? Now, is there any hope for Fury Road to bounce back? Can it have legs moving forward and for it to do well? We've seen it happen even last year with Elemental, where it didn't debut really strong, but word of mouth helped it and ended up making back its money and more, right? It ended up doing really, really well. And it's not a $168 million budget, but I think Elemental ended up being like $100 million, maybe a little bit more than that. So the Rotten Tomato score for Elemental, and it's on the critics side, is a 90%. So the critics have a lot of great word of mouth for the film. The cinema score is a B+, which isn't great for an action movie. When an action movie, you want the audience to give it an A-, but they gave it a B+. I think there's a myriad of different reasons that could have happened. I can see Anya Taylor-Joy fans kind of being upset because, spoiler alert, this is not a huge spoiler, but she isn't Furiosa for a lot of the movie. The young Furiosa is for a lot of the movie, so I think that that could have soured some taste in people. Also, the movie feels very long. Like, it is a long movie. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes, and it feels long the way it's split up in the chapters and how the story is progressed. I didn't mind it, but I had a friend that watched the movie with me, wasn't a big fan of it. He thought it was okay. I think that the VFX could have hurt it. I think that the ending was not as strong, and endings do affect people's feelings of films, especially when they're doing cinema score. And a cinema score, if you don't know, is a poll that they do at the theaters, the general audience across the United States, to get them in the theaters right after they finish, so there's no biased reactions. So a lot of people hold the cinema score really high. B+ is not, it sounds great on the Zack Attack meter. B+ is great. That means that's a really great movie, almost perfect. But on cinema score, that's not a great score to get for a film, unless you're a horror film. A horror film has a B+, that's really good news. And Letterboxd, the movie snubs like me gave it a 4.0. So a lot of the people who watched it and did the reviews on Letterboxd really, really thought it was a great film, because Letterboxd is out of 5. So there's hope with good word of mouth that this movie will have good legs. This weekend, as we're going to be talking about, doesn't really have much. And the movie did well Monday and today in terms of had an uptick in people watching it. So it might have just been a fact that people are not going to the movies this Memorial weekend. There wasn't Garfield did okay. We're going to talk about Garfield in a second. And it might have legs going forward, because this weekend we don't have a huge film coming out, and then we have to wait for the following weekend after that to get something. So let's talk about that. Let me see what you guys have to say before I get into the rest of the top 10. For me, Sing Sing, I missed the second trailer when my phone died. Oh, damn. They just need to get rid of streaming altogether. Then people will have no choice to go back to the movie theater. They make too much money off of streaming. There's no way they're going to do that. It was R-rated, though. It makes me sad, though. Also, yeah, it was also R-rated, so the kiddies couldn't go see it. I don't really care about Mad Max Saga. Collect the movie, man. Interesting. Why don't you care about it? Let me know. Casper was a movie that happened. How cute you? Casper is my childhood. I think people aren't checking out Furiosa because outside of us cinephiles, don't nobody care about Mad Max. That's part of it. It's pretty niche. I don't think the trailers were that good. I talked about that as well. John has no cultural currency. That's a big thing. Thank you, Kenny Sparks. That's a really big thing. It's not Star Wars. It's not Star Trek. It's not, there are people who love Mad Max, but overall, it doesn't affect the culture. It's very niche. Fantastic movie, though. Yeah, let's be honest. June will bounce back with Bad Boys 4, Kinds of Kindness, Inside Out 2, and A Quiet Place Day 1. And yeah, I think that those movies will help, definitely. I mean, Garfield did better, even with all the hate. Both deserve better. Garfield didn't do better. It came in at number 2. Cinephiles really think that their faves are the world's faves. That's not the case. That's true. A lot of the movies that cinephiles love are not the ones that do well at the box office. I really don't like to see good movies do poorly at the box office. I can understand why this movie didn't perform well, though. This is a very niche film for its fan base, and that's really aged out. Interesting. Yes, and that's a big thing. And I'm glad that you said that, because the people who are fans of the original Mad Max are now older people, older than me, older than T. And that means like in their 50s, 60s. And the older audience has not returned. So the box office is powered by a lot of older men back in the day. Older men and women going to the movie theaters, bringing their families, things like that. They're still not coming back because of COVID. They haven't returned. Garfield is PG and families were off. But Garfield also had to compete with If. So there was 2 family-friendly films competing. That was my biggest gripe. Too long. Yeah, I can see that. Does anyone remember when the movies were 2 hours or less? Yeah, but movies used to be 4 hours or more too. There's always been a mixture. It's never been a time where all movies were 2 hours or less. One of the biggest movies of all time, people like, I think Arabian Nights or something like that, it's like 4 hours. And won Oscars and people watched it, had a big going at the box office. I mean, damn, 30 plus million being called a bomb is wild to me. Well, it's a bomb in accordance to its budget, right? Like when you have a budget like that at 168, 30 million, and then like you don't know the drop for these movies are usually at 60%. That means it's going to make 15 million and it's going to drop again. That's why it's a bomb, because the hold is not going to be strong enough to get it to where it needs to go fast. I think and that's it did 26 million here, and the 32 million is worldwide. So it's not even doing great internationally. That's the problem. I was just never interested in the Mad Max movies. Okay. And it didn't really interest me when I was growing up. That's fair. Well, I'm going to sleep. I'll see you later. Have a good night. Oh, have a good sleep. I hope you feel better. I have Casper on DVD. Maybe I need to give it another watch. It probably doesn't age well. Let's see. Godfather is like 3 hours. Yeah, most of the gangster films are 3 hours. A lot of these films are 3 hours. So to round out the top 10, I didn't get to make graphics, unfortunately, for it. But Garfield, which actually had more theaters than Furiosa, came in at 24 million. I think worldwide it ended up doing 31. So it just did under Furiosa. It barely lost. If dropped 52%, did 16 million, came in at 58 million. The budget for this film, budget, was 110 million. So it's kind of halfway there. I think it dropping to 60 million means this movie is probably not going to do well, unfortunately. They added theaters and it dropped 52%. It's probably going to drop again because people are going to be watching most likely Mad Max and Garfield over it. Kingdom Planet Apes luckily did really, really well. It's a hit overall, but it's not the blow-away hit that they probably wanted. As you can see, they're losing theaters. Let me see. Is this zoomed in enough? Let me see. I'm at 200. Yeah. The Fall Guy, unfortunately, is a flop. You see theaters. It's already on digital. We're going to be we talked about that. You can rent the movie already. Did just under 6 million. The Strangers is at 21 million worldwide, dropped 52%. But the budget for The Strangers Part 1 was very, very low. So I think it's already met its budget. Strangers Chapter 1 budget. So the budget for Strangers Chapter 1 was $8.5 million. So this movie has already made its budget, right? Because it's already at 21 million. So it did more than double. So it's fine, right? Sight, which is a movie that Dave Show reviewed, did 2 million. I'm not sure what the budget is, but I don't think it's really high. So that's pretty good for that. Got into the top 10. Challengers is starting to come out. This is also available on digital already. Unfortunately, it's a flop. The budget for this was 50 to 58 million. It's only at 46 right now. Back to Black didn't really do that well. Dropped 61%, even though it added theaters. And then Babes, a comedy that is limited release, did 1 million. So it increased as they increased theaters. It might have a hold. So that's the top 10 here. I think that the box office is hurting right now and is waiting for like a big hit that's universal. And I think Bad Boys 4 is one that, like somebody said, that it should come in. Quiet Place is definitely going to be one. But right now, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Fall Guy, Furiosa, Garfield, and Challengers, these movies that I think are really, really great. Garfield I haven't seen, so I can't say it's great. I think are the movies that people are not going to, you know, there for whatever reason. Drop your comments down below. Ooh, my words were mixing up. Drop your comments down below and let me know what you think about the box office, your favorite movies, and what you think the reason why it's not working. Let me see what you got to say in the live chat. Oh, I didn't know Garfield got second place. Yeah, Garfield ended up getting second place. It was originally announced that Garfield got first place, but they adjusted the numbers. Titanic was 2 VHS tapes back in the day. That was a long-ass movie. Yup. Movies have been really, really long all the time. The only reason I ever checked for Mad Max movies was because Tina Turner was in Beyond the Thunderdome. Someone told me I need to watch that movie. I'm going to go back and watch the original trilogy. Oh, man. Double VHS. That's crazy. Huh? Are my eyes deceiving me? I'm not sure what you were talking about here. Yeah, I own this one movie, and I've only watched it once because it's so long. It's Lawrence of Arabia, 4 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah, movies are long. That's the movie I was talking about. I said Prince. Did I say Lawrence of Arabia? It was. I think I said Prince of Arabia. Lawrence of Arabia. Spoiler King said, I remember that, the 2 VHSs. Lawrence is so good. I got to check it out. I do recommend, I don't know, though, because 4 hours and 45 minutes is nuts. That's longer than Return of the King. I do recommend Sight to everyone if you can see it. Sight was a micro budget. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it did well. I wonder how watches are going to do. I wonder what the buzz is around it. Yeah, I don't really see a lot of people talking about it. So he's saying that Sight had a $4 million budget, so it did $2 million. So it probably will make its money back. Angel Studios does a really good job at that. You know I don't watch new movies. I know, old lady. Gonna check out Fury Road next week. Nice. Definitely watch Fury Road, man. You're gonna love it. How much does Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure go on VHS? Oh, I don't know. I'm not in the VHS market. The watches will make around the same amount as Strangers. I don't think it will make much money. But if the budget is low like Strangers, it doesn't matter. You know? It doesn't have to make a whole bunch of money. Chill with that old talk. He's like, I feel offended. Oh, man, that's funny. Wait, hold up. Oh, yeah, I got it right. All right. She said, oh, lady, I'm younger than you, birthday boomer. Birthday boomer. That is hilarious. No, you're not. I know your age. Before I go to the next topic, let me see what the votes say. For 11 votes, the best trailer, of course, Beetlejuice won at 54%, Sing Sing won 44%, and nobody cared about Trigger Warning. Movie Minute is laughing. Movie Minute, this is kind of your first or maybe second time in my live stream. I'm glad that you're here. I hope you're enjoying it and you come back, man. Another long movie that I watched only once is 5 minutes shorter than Lawrence of Arabia, and that's 10 Commandments. Yeah, that's another long movie. CGC is going to start slabbing VHSs. Word! Put 9.0s on them. I'm younger than you. Sure you are. Do I have a graphic for that? No, I don't. Damn. I gotta get one. I voted for Sing Sing. Nice. That was my favorite trailer. But we're gonna be going into the next subject. Where is my graphics? Coming next, this is a part where I talk about the movies that are coming out on digital, physical media, and in theaters. I don't know why my mind blanked just now. Like, what's the other one I talk about? So we're gonna start with on digital. So this is come for when to stream. This is where I go to talk about where things are coming on digital. They always come out on Tuesday, so it's perfect because this is when my live stream is out. So for today, The First Omen, one of the best horror movies of the year. You can rent it for $20 if you want to rent the movie. If you're like collective movie man, don't have streaming services. If you don't want to rent it, you can wait till May 30th to check it out on Hulu, which is in 2 days. So yeah, just wait 2 days. I'm definitely gonna do a watch along of The First Omen. Tarot, which is one of the horror movies that came out this year. It should be on streaming on Netflix in September, but if you don't want to wait that long, you can buy it for $15 and rent it for $10. That's really, really cheap. I'm probably gonna rent it and check it out before it goes on Netflix. I want to see how it is. I've heard terrible things, so we'll see. Boy Kills World, which is a movie I've been looking forward to checking out. It's estimated to go on Hulu September, October, but you can buy it for $25 or rent it for $20. I'm going to be checking it out soon. I might check it out tonight, honestly. We'll see. The Feeling That Time for Doing Something Has Passed, which is a movie I heard was really, really great. It's on sale for $17, rent for $7. It's going to be on September. It's going to come out on Hulu. That's the estimated time. Rickety Snicky. If you didn't watch it on Prime Video already and you don't have Prime Video, you can buy it for $15. And then there's sales going on with Dune Part 2. Now you can buy it for $20, rent it for $6. Arthur the King, you can buy for $10, rent it for $6. That's pretty cheap. I might do that. In the Land of Saints and Sinners, buy for $15, rent it for $6. Knox Goes Away, $15 and $6. Problemista, which is a film I wanted to check out. I'm glad to hear that. I'm going to rent it for $6. Sasquatch Sunset, another movie I wanted to check out. We'll rent it for $6. Sting, if you don't have arachnophobia like me, you can go check it out for $6 on rental. And that is it for the streaming movies. What movies that are for rental and buy on iTunes and everything will you go check out? Next up is physical media. These are the movies that you could buy on Blu-ray, 4K, DVD, and they have steelbooks and everything. Crimson Peak 4K will be coming out. A movie I haven't seen, but I heard was really good. Witch Story on 4K, the 1989 film. One of Johnny Depp's earlier movies, Cry Baby on 4K from 1990. Navy SEALs 4K. Belladonna of Sadness, which is a movie I never heard of, but the cover looks dope as hell on 4K from 1973. Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker, which is a movie that sounds insane, from 1982 on 4K. Sedimentary Man on 4K. Kung Fu Panda 4, which recently came out on 4K. Batman, I believe is the 1989 film. Yes, steelbook on 4K. I might get that. The Devil's Honey on 4K from 1986. That's a wild name. Kathy's Cruise, which looks really cheap. Coming out 4K. The Great Alligator. Bob Marley One Love that came out this year, which did really great at the box office, has a steelbook and a regular 4K. And then Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, gets a steelbook and a regular 4K. That's all that came out. Is coming out this week, May 28th. This is today. So you can buy in stores on physical media. And lastly is the movies that you can check out in theaters. There's not a lot. They definitely did not drop anything big this week. I'm going to highlight some movies that I think is cool. If you're an anime fan, Haiku the Dumpster Battle is something you can check out. Robot Dreams, which is up for an Academy Award for Best Animated Feature last year, finally starting to get wide release. It's going to be here in New York. If you're a New York person, I don't know if it's going to be other places. It's slowly getting a wide release. I'm counting this as a 2024 film, but I heard great things about this film when it was a limited release. In a Violent Nature is going to be getting a wider release, but still limited. I definitely want to check this film out. I'm hopefully going to get checked out this weekend. I'm really interested to see this. Handling the Undead, which is a film that I saw a trailer for, sounds interesting. It's a zombie film, which I like. I think it's a mother whose baby turns into a zombie, and she's trying to keep it alive. And The Young Woman at Sea, starring Daisy Ridley, where she plays Gertrude Trudy Adderall captures the world's attention when she swims across a 21-mile English Channel. Incredible feat for anyone, let alone a teen. Gasoline Rainbow is another movie I wanted to highlight. That's going to be on VOD and digital. For some reason, it wasn't on that. Heard that was really, really great. So yeah, those are the movies I wanted to highlight that you could check out coming out on digital, physical media, and in theaters. Let me know down below what movies you're going to be buying to rent or buy on digital, on physical media, or you're going to be going to the theaters this weekend to check out in the comments below. Let's see what the live stream has to say. And now we're going to move on to the where's my thing? Q&A section. You can ask me anything you want to ask. Great mood. There wasn't a ton of stories this time. Not a ton of big stories I could do. So something that 80s kids from the 90s asked me, what is your favorite Star Wars film out of all 6? My favorite Star Wars film is Rogue One, followed by Last Jedi. What DC character could Decray Montgomery play? I think he would be a great Flash. I think he also... Wait, am I thinking of the right person? Let me make sure I'm thinking of the right person. Decray. Yeah, okay. I think he could be a great Flash. I think he could play... I can't see him as Green Arrow. I think he could do a great Red Hood. I would say he could be a great Dick Grayson. Yeah, there's a couple characters I think he could play because he has a really good, like, I'm cool but I'm sensitive look. So I think he has a good chance to do that. Carfield's PG. I remember movies for 2 hours. Oh, I went too far up. Good night, T. Oh, yeah, they're saying good night. Titanic. Oh, Lady. Another long movie. Okay, yeah, we talked about that. Oh, I think we'll be fine. This will be for Inside Out 2, Deadpool versus Wolverine will make theater so much money in the summertime. I think it's wicked. I think Wicked and Lion King will help the winner. So somebody just messaged me that I did not read 80s Kids from 90s. Message correct. He said the original 6. My bad. Empire Strike Back. And he said, keep loving it. Keep it up, man. Thank you, Movie Minute. I appreciate you, man. I like your channel a lot. Everybody go check out the Movie Minute and check out Sup Media Reviews as well. To new people that's within the fold of the movie YouTubers. And obviously, have you seen with T? Let's get his sub come out. He's really, really good. He says, Sup, I believe you. Oh, of course you do. Thanks, T. Oh, you guys ganging up on me. The old people are ganging up on me. I want to watch that before Sunday. Nice. I don't want to watch Tarot. Boys Kill World is so awesome. I've heard mixed things about it, so I'm gonna go with an open mind. I got Batman 89 Steelbook last Friday. I got it early. Nice. We should watch Tarot together, Zach. Let's do it. I don't know if you're tired. We could do it today. Let's do a watch along of Sting. Hell no. You know what we could do? I'll turn it on, and I won't be watching the movie. Yeah, I've been fiending for Problemista. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. We could do that together too, Kenny. I have a question. Oh, this is a good question for my channel members. This is a good time to shout out my channel members because I really want to do stuff with my channel members, and I think watch alongs will be good. Hold on, sorry, 80s kid, I gotta move this. So god damn it. So on the producer tier, Kenny Sparks, Spoiler King, Screens and Reviews, Basic Moose, Nanette Blood Rose, who was just here. Have you seen with T, who's in the live chat right now? I am 24P, which I'm surprised he's not here. He usually jumps in. And Collective Movie Man, who's here as well, are my channel members. Would you guys like me to do watch alongs of smaller movies like Problemista, like Sting? I'm not doing Sting, but like things like that. That movies that like are not going to get a lot of views if I just do it regularly, but we could watch it together and have fun and just kind of have watch parties. Let me know because a bunch of you guys are in here right now. So I feel like it makes sense to ask. Okay. You know, I always got to shout out my channel members. Now how do I get this off my screen? There we go. Boom. All right. Let's get back to the comments. Where was Collect a Movie Man? Oh, so everyone's talking about a guy dressed up as a bat. Well, wait till they get the load of me. Ah, great line. I remember that. Gonna try to rent Sting and Palomista. Nice. Cry baby. I am messing up my words. Talk too fast. It's underrated. Gotta check it out. That's a Walmart exclusive 4K. The steelbook at the end. Nice. Daily Risley movie is that wide release because I couldn't find it at any movie theater. It's not a big wide release, unfortunately. Taking it this week off at the theater. Hey, I did that not last week because I saw Furiosa. The week before that, it was great, man. Zach, I wanted to ask, did you get any physical media for your birthday? I am getting the Mad Max anthology collection, so all the first 4 movies in one pack. So I'm really excited for that. And I got, what's the other thing? I'm getting Dragon Ball Super Brawly steelbook. That was for Clay. Clay got me that. Did I get anything for myself? I can't show you guys what I got because I have a video series, my video haul series for channel members where I show off what I got. So yeah, my channel members will get that video soon. Sorry, guys. So Collectible Man, you'll see. Where do you get the nerve? Joking. You know it's all jokes. Empire's goated. Great choice. Best prequel of the last 10 years. Rogue One, Pearl, Furiosa, and Prey. Woo! What a great lineup. Yeah, I love Pearl. That's an A movie for me. Furiosa is a B+ for me. Rogue One is a B+ for me. Prey is a B for me. So I originally gave it a C+, but I ended up loving it. So it's a B. It's a B for me. Those are some great prequels. A lot of people say, "Oh, prequels suck." No, there's a lot of great prequels out there. But Furiosa is one of the greatest of all time. I'm not gonna lie, because how it enhances Fury Road is insane. He said, "Keep them spiders away from you." Facts. Like, I like watching Adam Sandler's serious movies, but I couldn't do it because he had the weird looking spider in the Spaceman movie. And that looks like my kind of movie. Character study in space, kind of like Interstellar, but low budget. But why you had to put a spider in it? Why couldn't it be a cute, cuddly dog or a rabbit or something else other than a creepy spider? Yes, that sounds a lot of fun as long as it's nothing to do with spiders or clowns. I am not watching anything with spiders, and most likely I won't watch things with clowns. I'll have channel member polls so we can decide what we're going to watch. Absolutely, do the smaller movies for members. Nice. Yeah, so we're going to do that. I'm going to do hauls, show you guys my physical media, and then I'm going to do watch-alongs for you guys. And then also, you're going to get live streams when there's like a big topic. Like I did a live stream when the Superman thing initially came out before I did my Tuesday live stream. I'll do stuff like that. What's your progress on your 2024 movie watching goals? So I think I said I want to watch 200 movies in 2024. We're almost halfway through, and I do not think I'm going to do that because I'm not going as hard as I was last year. Also, Mike Flanagan saw In a Violent Nature. Oh, but he didn't rate it. I love that I follow Mike Flanagan on Letterboxd. So right now, as of right now, what the heck? Not my list. For 2024, I've watched 47 movies. So I'm not even a quarter. I'm almost a quarter way from getting to 200. But I don't think I'm going to hit 200. I think I might hit 100. But I'm not getting to 200. I've slowed down so much from last year. I say Revenge of the Sith or Phantom Menace is great prequel. Yeah, I can see that. But some people are like, oh, those movies, but I can see that. Spaceman was so good to me. I heard people who are not afraid of spiders liked it. A lot of people didn't enjoy it as much as I did. I think it's because of the spider. All prequels led by women. Hey, maybe that's something they need to do. Ballerina is going to be a prequel led by a woman. You might be onto something, Kenny. Are you excited about Spielberg's UFO movie? I never even heard about it. I didn't know he was doing a UFO movie. I got to see a trailer. I haven't seen a lot of Spielberg movies. I'll just admit that. It had a clown that turned into a spider. I dialed it my child. Yo, Kenny. That messed me up.
It's day.
To this day. To this day.
To this day. That messed me up. Oh my God. I'm glad they didn't do that in the new ones. Oh my God, good. Oh my God, Black Ops 6 just got announced and Bill Clinton's in it. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I didn't know Bill Clinton was in it, but I heard that it got announced. I'm at 42 of 100 2024 movies. Okay, we're in a similar range. I got 5 more movies on you. Doesn't release until 2026. I'm not a Call of Duty guy, but if you are a Call of Duty person, I'm happy for you guys. Definitely happy for you guys. BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. Is there any other news? Is there any other news that I didn't talk about here that I wanted to share? IndieWire. Hold on. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Cannes. Whoa, you're at 58 movies? Wow. I'm not a Call of Duty person, but that's crazy. Yeah. I was referring to Spielberg's film releasing in 2026. Yeah, I realize it's a future film. I'm just saying I'm not a huge Spielberg fan because I haven't seen a lot of his movies. What is your number 17 movie on your list? Ooh, I like that. And if anybody else wants to know what's on my list, drop a number in the chat to find out what's on my list and where it ranks. So my number 17 movie for the year is Damsel, the Millie Bobby Brown film from Netflix. I really enjoyed it. That's my number 17 movie. Is there a person in your friend group or family who is terrible, who is a terrible movie companion? Ooh. So my mom is really good with action movies. I watch action movies with my mom all the time. I would say she's my best friend. But one of my best friends is not the best at watching obscure movies. If it's too weird, she's just like, she gets all these questions. And sometimes when you watch abstract, weird movies, everything doesn't need to be answered. She be asking me questions about stuff that don't matter. So I think that's her. But I love her. I'll watch superhero movies with her. I'll watch simpler movies with her. Black Panther Wakanda Forever, I went with her husband. And we had a great time. My mom is great. My sister's not too great because she falls asleep all the time. My sister falls asleep at movies all the time. Even if she's like, oh, it was interesting. I'm just tired. She's just tired. She works really hard. So I can't even blame her. Zach, I have a question. Next week is Summer Game Fix. Are you going to talk about any topics about video games? No. I try to stick to one topic. I don't want to vary off too much because when I was doing movies and television shows, I was stressing myself out. I remember Cal L. Daly had to message me like, dude, you need to slow down. You look tired in your videos. You're slurring. So I'm just going to stick to movie topics. I'll do TV shows when they relate to a movie, like Dune Prophecy relates to Dune, Knuckles relates to Sonic. So that type of stuff. But I'm not going to just do TV shows. I'm not going to do video games. If I get big enough where I'm making money and this grows, definitely will expand, maybe make a video game channel, talk about video games. But I'm not going to just talk about Summerfest, maybe get people into my channel and then never talk about video games. That's just going to be subscribers who are not going to watch my content because they subscribe because they thought I was doing video games, Civil War is number 17. That's fair. I have Civil War higher. What's your number one ranked movie? My number one ranked movie still right now is Doom Part 2. Number 21 is The First Omen. The First Omen is number 21. My number 17 is Abigail. Nice. Grand Jedi George Lucas spoke facts. Yeah, I know. I got Denzel at 20. Not bad. Got Denzel at 14. Nice. My wife, who I'm live with, be pausing the movie to have deep conversations. Have that conversation after the movie, not during. I have a question. Did you hear about the new Game of Thrones TV show that has been announced and they found a director? No, I haven't. What's the name of the show and who's the director? Shout out to a good friend who tells us to sit down somewhere. Shout out to good friends who tells us to sit down somewhere. Facts. What is your number 35 movie? 35 is The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. That's number 35. My mom will yell at the screen. She scared the bejesus out of me on the phone when she was watching Ghostbusters. That's hilarious. I don't mind that. I don't mind screaming. I don't mind like conversation about the movie while we're watching it. That's fine. My mom does do this thing where she asks me a question about a movie that I'm watching for the first time with her and asks me like, do you know? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm watching it with you. I don't know what's about to happen. He said, oh snap, I'm at 60. Wow, T. That's a lot. Same here as Dune 2. Yeah. I don't really see things topping Dune. Can we talk about the George Lucas interview? Well, tell me what he said, because I haven't seen it. I got Humane at 35. Ooh, I have that on my watch list. T, should I watch Humane? Would you recommend it to me? Oh, you meant Who I'm Love. Okay. I would hope so. The name of the TV show. The name of the TV show? Oh, the TV show for Dune is Dune Prophecy. Fall Guy is my number one movie so far this year. Wow. Nice. I'm happy you love that movie. The name of the TV show is Aegon's. You just talking about Aegon's Conquest and His Sister Wives. Oh, okay. Oh, so they're doing a spinoff of House of Dragon with Aegon. Nice. Ministry is 27 for me. 35 is Driveway Dolls. Okay, I'm glad Driveway Dolls is not last. Yeah, Humane is solid. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. There's so many movies that I need to catch up on. That I want to catch up on. I'm glad I got to finally see Beekeeper. I need to see the Bob Marley movie. I need to see that as well. I haven't got to check that out. I wasn't super interested in watching it, but I'll check it out because the Jamaican accents. I'm Jamaican, even though I'm like American Jamaican, Jamaican American, whatever. I still know how the accent is supposed to sound. My number one movie is Dune Part 2. Yeah, man. For me, it's gonna be hard. Like, I don't know what's gonna top it. It might be an indie movie that might come out of nowhere, but it's hot. I don't know. And the writer for the new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson is the writer who the writer is. I can't remember who the director is. I think I got confused. It's the writer they found. Ooh, okay, nice. You're glad you saw Beekeeper? Yeah, because it was a movie that was a big movie from this year. I wanted to make sure I saw it. So when those end of the year conversations happen, I could like talk about it, and I had fun. Last is Magical Negroes. Yeah, my last one for me is Mia Kupla. Have you seen The Founder? Franchise. No, I haven't seen The Founder. I've only heard. I remember Sully Streams, friend of the channel, saw The Founder early, and the way he dogged that movie, I was like, I'm not watching that movie. And then I like looked at reviews, and everybody said it was trash, and I was like, yeah, I'm not watching that. I'm good. I want to fight that movie. Well, you shouldn't because it got you monetized. Chill, sup. There will be no beekeeper slander around here. I know you love your built Beekeeper. That will be a franchise. Beekeeper is my number 14. That's fair. My number 4 movie is Furiosa. Furiosa, we've gone too far. I still need to see The Founder. I might watch it. I just have so many things to watch instead, you know? I've seen 7 movies this year that came out in theaters. I've seen a total of 75 movies this year. Wow. I don't have the time. I still like to watch TV shows too. I'm still haven't finished Scavenger's Raid. Let me end this poll. Let me see how you guys enjoying the stream. So I said, how's the stream? 80% of you guys said great. 20% said good. And yeah, none of y'all said could have been better or subpar. Thank you. Because I wouldn't have to fight. No, I'm joking. Yeah, Doom Part 2 is my number 1 of the year. And horror-wise, it's immaculate for now. Nice. My top horror movie is You'll Never Find Me is my top horror movie of the year. Book of Clarence is number 4. Wow, that's high. That's good. It's not that good. They killed Claire Huxtable unceremoniously. What movie are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about Beekeeper? Oh, I didn't feel like it was a big deal. She had to die. It wasn't like she was going to fight back. It did get me monetized. That's true. My number 4 is... Wow, you got Society Snow that high up? Nice. Sup, I was not a fan of that at all. I love her, but that's the one reason why I rooted for Jason. Yeah, I think that the fact that we all love Claire Huxtable, it was like, oh, you killed her? Well, here we go. Well, she committed. They made her commit the act. They unalived herself. Because I think YouTube doesn't like the S word. So yeah, I was rooting for Jason Statham because I was messed up what they were doing. Those are some of the worst villains ever. They were despicable. Despicable. Bloody Honey 2 is my number 2 horror-wise. I need to see that movie. I'm so mad it came out for like one weekend and it disappeared. Speaking of fighting back, Thelma is a must-watch this summer. I heard you like talking about that movie before. And let me see. Thelma 2024. I see Thelma and the Unicorn. Okay, Thelma 2024. It's already out? Has a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes? Hold up. Wait a minute. You thought I was finished? This is what T's talking about. Thelma. Let's see what this is about. Who made this?
What's your plan for the day?
The usual.
Get copyrighted. But
Hello?
Danny?
You sound so strange.
I'm in jail.
Oh, my God.
Mail $10,000 to this address.
$10,000?
How did you think this was real?
Mom, we thought it was real too.
Oh, my God.
She was very convincing.
Well, she was scared, your mother. We were all
Hey!
scared.
I wasn't quite as scared, just for
Agent
the record.
Wilson.
You gotta tell the police. They're no use.
They contact people at random using telephone listings and social networking sites.
Like Facebook?
Sure, by Facebook.
Well, shouldn't Zuckerberg be able to fix this? What about my money? Am I supposed to just let them have it?
I'm gonna get it back.
I need a ride.
What is happening?
My mother
Is this John Wick old person?
Why are we stopping at malls?
to get a gun.
Do you even know how to use it?
How hard can it be? Idiots use them all the time.
God.
With your best friend, your parents, and your grandma.
Things happen to people as they age. Weird, crazy things.
We're old, diminished. The least we can do is take care of each other.
She's a tough cookie.
When she sets her mind to something, there's no stopping her.
My grandson's parked a block away. I don't have much time.
You left your grandson in the car?
But he's 24. We all have our good days and our bad days.
And what's today?
We'll find out.
Hey.
Thelma!
Oh, I need T.
Grandma?
Hello?
No, sorry. I'm just looking for my grandma. Sorry.
That is a great joke. Oh, I'm watching this. I'm supporting this in the theaters. That is hilarious. I wish I was one of the. That would have won. That would have won the buy, rent, or sale if I had that up there. T, I wish you would have told me about this sooner. This was amazing. Hold on, I need to hold on. Let me in. I want in. That movie looks amazing. That looks so funny. Yes, thank you for that. I got Immaculate as my top 4 movie at number 9. Top horror movie at number 9. Okay. No, it comes out in June. Okay. Because I saw hold on, let me back out of this. It says showtime's June 16th. Okay, so you get tickets now. 98% Rotten Tomato score. Has anyone seen it yet? No, it doesn't have an audience score. It has 57 reviews, so a lot of people have already seen it. And they give it 4 out of 5 Bs. I mean, I'm down, man. I'm down for some Thelma, man. Watch it with your grandma. They will love it. I wish I could watch it with mine. Aww. Thelma's riotous time at the movies. There's so much of that rests on Squib's shoulders. Roots on multiple action beats without leaning into parody. I love that. Fantastically charming tone in Mr. Margot's main achievement, but he also has a remarkable ear for dialogue and the ways which families use inside jokes. I love that. I love natural dialogue. Bolstered by some cheeky action tropes, including twists, chases, gunplay, and even explosion, Thelma's more than a winsome romp, and it's a real thrill. It's the balance of comedy and existential drama that truly elevates. Okay, we got one person that didn't like it. Sean Burns as Splice personality. Not a hard movie to watch, but it's an easy one to resent. Wow. Given that Margolin had excellent actors and opportunity to make something real here instead of a silly fantasy about an old lady doing dumb action movie stuff. He sounds like he doesn't like fun. He sounds like he wanted something serious and deep. Thelma is resplendent in an ability to create genuine laughter while remaining sensitive and letting his characters have fun. See? Sean, it's about the fun. June Squibb is a wonder. 94, and she's as funny and charismatic as ever. I dare you not to smile. Yeah, man. I'm down. I am down. I'm between watching 4 different TV shows. I'm watching 24, the last 2 seasons, Lost, Naruto Shippuden. Plus, I'm watching my movies that I've gotten in physical. Nice. I consider nothing happens or after SPD, just my opinion. Are you talking about Power Rangers? Blood 92 didn't come out near me, and I live in a major city. Facts. Old people fighting back. Facts. Coulson. He's dying. I'm going to get Thelma to 1 billion. Facts. We're going to be watching that movie forever. It's John Wick Senior Citizen Edition. Fact. I feel like there's more than that. Man, put the gun back. I was scared. This looks like a good movie. It does look fine. Also, buy. Yep, buying it. Nice. Buying. I've been trying to tell folks, y'all just don't listen. I listen. You told me. That's my second favorite trailer. 26. Oh, 26 movie. Number 26 is Abigail. Abigail's number 26 for me. I wish I could have watched this with my grandma, but she's been gone for a while. Yeah, my grandma passed away a couple years ago. So I actually never met her. So this movie is something my mom would have wanted to watch. I don't like, my mom likes comedies, but she's very picky. He sounds like a hater. He does sound like a hater. He just sounds like he wants a serious movie. And this is not what this movie is. It's a comedy. It's an action comedy about an old lady trying to get her money back. Like, how can you hate on that? You know what I mean? '26 is The Color Purple. Oh, you're counting Color Purple as 2024, even though it came out in 2023? Came out wide on Christmas. If it came out limited on Christmas and then came wide in 2024, I would, but came out wide. 26 for me is ISS. Oh, okay. That's not bad. I think I have ISS lower than that. Yeah, I do. What's the name of that movie again? I want to be able to show my mom the trailer. It's called Thelma. That's the name of the movie. Type in Thelma 2024, though, because there's Thelma the Unicorn, which is also 2024. And then there's another movie called Thelma from 2017. So type in Thelma 2024 when you look at it. What's your favorite Disney intro? Original 2D or the modern version? I think the original 2D one. It's just something special about that. If I don't count Color Purple, then ISS is right below it. Okay. So there's ISS. That's number 26. Oh, so you and Kenny share that. So this was fun. We just hit the 2-hour mark. I don't really like these to go for too long. Oh, boy. Michael 101591 came, so now I got to stay another extra 10 minutes. I thought I was just about to make my exit. Hey man, how are you doing? I'm doing great. My day was crazy because of work, but and after a little bit after work and trying to prep the show, but the show was great. So I had a really, really good time with this show. Close this because I'm not doing any more polls. But this show lifted my spirits. My list is all the new movies I've watched this year. American Fiction is number 3. Oh, okay, so it doesn't matter if it's 2024. You're just it's whatever you watched in 2024. 2D damn. 2D intro is goated. Yeah. Said damn, I missed the show. Yeah, man. Sorry. Been going for 2 hours. Awesome stream. Thank you. Great stream, Zach. Thank you, man. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. So, what's coming next? So, for my channel members, I'm going to be doing a movie haul. I think I'm going to get a couple more physical media stuff first, and then I'm going to do a new movie haul video that's going to probably come out in June. I'm going to put a poll on the channel members poll list, so do a watch along. I'm going to be doing watch alongs. I have lined up. I'm going to do Doom Part 2. I want to do Madam Web, and I have a couple movies here that I talked about. I have to start making a list so I don't forget. If I get to see A Violent Nature this Friday, I will review that. We'll see, because it's like very hard to go get that movie. It's in limited release. If not, I'll figure out something to do this weekend so you guys don't just miss me this weekend. And next week will be Zack Attack News Live, and I'm going to try to get Attacking Zack episode 3 out for next week. And this is a question that Kenny Sparks asked me, so that's why it's taking a little longer, because I'm doing a little bit of research. Zach, I wanted to tell you real quick. I'm posting my pickup video for the month of May. I hope you get a chance to check it out. I'll definitely go check it out. To be honest, movie's good from blah to bad from 20 to 42 on my 2024 list. Okay. So it's good movies. Let's see. Where are my great movies start on my list? My great movies start on, what did I give this movie? So it starts at number 23 for me, my great movies. So Society Snow is number 23, and then from up there is just great. Everything under 23 is just good, like really good, good, or just bad. But yeah, be on the lookout for all that stuff. I want you guys, if you haven't subbed to Kenny Sparks, sub to him. If you haven't subbed to Collective Movie Man, sub to him. If you haven't subbed to 80s Kids from the 90s, sub to him. If you haven't subbed to Michael 10159, sub to him. If you haven't subbed to Have You Seen with T, sub to him. If you haven't subbed to, where's that old lady at? Sub Media Reviews, sub to her. If you haven't subbed, did I miss anybody? There's some people that were here earlier, like the Spoiler Kings, definitely sub to them. I don't think I think I said Collective Movie Man. Yeah, I think that's it. It's just been Dave Show. If you haven't subbed to Dave Show, sub to Dave Show. Oh, the Movie Minute, definitely go check him out. Great reviewer. Go sub to him. Oh, Nanette, sub to her. This is the Spoiler King's name, just in case you need to see it. And I think that's everyone that was in the stream so far that I'm going to shout out. No problem, man. Sorry, I mean go from blah to bad. Oh, okay. Return of the King next week, guys. See it prophesizing. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Return of the King. Let me screenshot this. I'm screenshotting every time someone asks me about Return of the King. I have a folder called Return of the King Ask. Okay, this was really, really great, guys. I haven't made an outro yet. I'll figure that out. But peace.